In February of 2018, Roy Coe traveled to Minneapolis to attend his first Super Bowl.
Yep, we're finally here. And never in my life, if this was to come out of my own pocket, there ain't no way in hell I could do it.
First time I ever been to Minnesota. Never been north of Des Moines in my life. And I'm glad that so many people talked me into coming up here, and I'm filling with gratitude by the minute. I can't find enough words to express the gratitude. It can be quite humbling even.
The retired train engineer owes his ticket and a whole lot more to a saint he's never even met.
Time complete. That'll be Austin Carr, the young kid out of Northwestern.
Before landing in New Orleans, Austin Carr was a Northwestern Wildcat. As a freshman, the walk-on receiver became a potential giver, following a visit from the organization Be the Match.
They'd come to campus to get saliva samples, I think, just, cotton swabs in your mouth. I think me and my roommate were like, hey, why not? So we do it, and you kind of forget about it after a while. What's the likelihood you're gonna be a match? I mean, I'm not special, right?
2.5 years later, with one season of eligibility remaining, Carr faced a decision that would impact his NFL aspirations.
I get a call from Be the Match. There's a patient with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, fighting for his life. Come to find out, it would keep me out for about a month afterwards. I'm concerned. When I find out I'm out for a month, it's like, so I'm gonna miss 2 to 3 weeks of spring ball. You've really gotta count the cost for yourself, count the cost for them, and realize that this world doesn't revolve around you. There are others who might need you.
Late September of 2012, they said, yeah, well, what you have is non-Hodgkin lymphoma. They was going to continue with chemo treatments and everything while they were trying to find a donor and all. God's sake, I'm not even 60 yet. And in spite of a lot of BS that goes on in the world, life is still, good and worth living. And I'm not ready to see what's on the other side yet.
So the procedure itself was basically 5 hours of blood dialysis. Painful process, I'd say. You have a tube in one arm, tube in the other, and you see kind of your blood circulate into this machine. And so for 5 hours, you're kind of sitting there, you can't move. In the here and now, it's just inconvenient. This was an opportunity to potentially save a life.
Carr recovered in time for a standout senior season.
Touchdown, Northwestern, Austin Carr!
Despite being named the Big Ten's wide receiver of the year, he never heard his name called during the 2017 draft. So he signed as a free agent with the Patriots and made a strong first impression.
Garoppolo looks, now throws end zone, caught, touchdown, Austin Carr.
This was a walk-on at Northwestern.
Led the Big Ten in receptions, receiving yards, touchdowns, and didn't get drafted. Comes into camp and just does everything.
And this kid is certainly an interesting guy, to say the least. In January of 2016, Austin Carr donated blood stem cells to a stranger suffering from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and had to miss a lot of time, football-wise.
Carr didn't make the last round of cuts in New England, but he was quickly added to the Saints roster. His second ever NFL appearance came in the divisional round of the NFC playoffs.
10 seconds to go, 24-23 Saints. Keenum steps into it, pass is caught! Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! It's a 61-yard Minneapolis miracle!
Case Keenum's connection with Stephon Diggs brought Carr's rookie season to an abrupt end. But less than a month after the Minneapolis miracle, Carr returned to Minnesota to celebrate his own miraculous connection.
A lot of people might be wondering, so what's Be the Match? Tonight I'm going to show you what Be the Match is. Austin Carr, wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints and a hero. So, why I say hero is that Austin made the decision to join the registry and then got a call and then made the decision to donate. And he saved somebody's life. Austin, what would you want to say to the person you donated to?
Man, I honestly, I don't know. I kind of just want to see him and give him a big hug. I don't feel like I'm a hero, and I don't think the spotlight should be on me. I would just say, hey, thank you for allowing me to be a blessing to someone else.
Well, Austin, you are a hero, and I would like you to meet the person you saved. Roy, would you come in?
Hey, how's it going, Roy?
How are you doing? Doing well. How are you?
I'm great, thanks to you.
Great?
I'm doing great, thanks to you. Very much.
Feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You're a hero to me.
That's all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I appreciate it. This is Linda.
Linda.
Yes, too. Very good.
That's good to hear.
She's been with me through all of this.
Wow. So has she. Right
Yes.
there.
Yeah, that's a lot to go through.
Not as much as you guys did, that's for sure.
Well, it's a long, slow process, you know? But he's getting there.
They said there were no visible signs
Of
of the
cancer.
cancer.
That's awesome.
Linda, would you like to say something to Austin?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome.
I cannot thank him and his selflessness enough. He could be anybody. He doesn't have to be an NFL player. He could have been another steel worker, another railroader, or something like me. It doesn't matter. He still stepped up to save a life. And, it's downright awesome, too.
If that was my daughter one day or my wife, I would want someone who was a match to do the same. To be able to give somebody else life, that's just special. Maybe I was the answered prayer. That's a huge blessing. I'll go to my grave with that.